CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a match that was quite good, in a match that was able to really tell a good story. Always, you're going to have that added drama when you've got a special guest referee, which is something that I don't know why WWE don't use more. Why do they not use special guest referees more? It adds so much more tension. It makes them able to tell an even better story because you've now got that undertone of, well, this guy's not a normal referee. He could throw caution to the wind. He could get involved. He could not count. There is so many things you can do with special guest referees. I don't know why they don't do it more. But it was a hell of a build-up. Great stories being told. CM Punk looked pretty good in the ring, to be honest. Considering how bad he has looked, considering how old and slow and out of shape he has looked, particularly in a lot of his AEW run, and I would say in his WWE run, but he hasn't had a run. He was in the Royal Rumble, then got injured, and he's back now. And he's looked good in the SummerSlam match. He looked like he was in good shape, but I think this is probably where we are in terms of CM Punk's career, where he's just going to have long layoffs and he needs a lot of time to get in shape because he's not on the juice like the other wrestlers. So he's going to have to do it naturally, which is a slow and long process to actually get in shape naturally. If you want to take steroids, okay, he could fight, every couple of weeks. He could wrestle often, every week, but he's not. And you can see, because he looks like an in shape guy, but he looks like a guy in his 40s. A guy that's in good shape in his 40s, but nonetheless a guy in his 40s. Very early on, it wasn't like these guys were trying to have a technical contest, which is good because Punk was never really that great in ring, and McIntyre's more of a brawler as well. In terms of technique, I'm talking about. CM Punk was never that great in the ring. I think internet fans and indie fans kind of tried to give him more credit than he was, just because he was so outspoken on the ring, on the mic rather. He wasn't some savant in the ring. Never was, never has been. He's been able to put on some great matches, but Punk really was a mic guy. I think because he's been gone for so long, we forget that. But yeah, these guys threw caution to the wind and just, were throwing haymakers at each other. McIntyre tried to use a chair, but Rollins didn't let him. We had, a back and forth between Punk and Rollins. And then Punk got a bit angry. And then CM Punk hit Rollins with a go to sleep. Then McIntyre hit Punk with a low blow. Hit him with the Claymore. Hit him with the Claymore. And won the match. And McIntyre beat CM Punk. Now, would be very interesting where this storyline goes with next, because you had that added, layer with Seth Rollins. Maybe Punk versus Rollins is next, maybe for Survivor Series, which would be very interesting as well. Maybe Drew McIntyre will go onto the world title, hopefully. Would be interesting to see, but be interested to know what you guys thought of this match. I think this is probably the best match so far on the card. Probably the best match so far on the card. But yeah, I'd be interested to know what you guys thought of CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.